On our first show on Sweers Island, you may remember all the fish that the boys caught. What strikes in my mind the most is the hungry cattle looking for food in central Queensland. The trip down the Albert River, cooking up a feed of fish for Claude and his mates. Claude has to use crutches as a horse rolled on him when he was 12 and crushed his hip, and they had to remove his legs. The disability does not seem to hamper him. They're a happy bunch of fellas. They've even invited me to stay with them on Vetnik Island. Sweers Island is about 8 miles long and is 48 nautical miles from the mainland. We made the trip by sea in just under 2 hours from Burketown. I'm still amazed at the 90 Evinrude with its thick technology only using 40 litres of fuel. Unlike us, most visitors fly in from Mount Isa or Corumba. You won't find any tall buildings on Sweers Island, mainly because they're prone to cyclones in the wet season. Air conditioning is not needed, as a cool sea breeze blows most of the time. Every night we were on Sweers, a different menu was presented for the guests. I will let you in on a little secret. Lynn, Tex's wife, is a celebrity. She has her own cooking show on ABC radio every Saturday morning. The girls in the kitchen take Vanessa under their wing, giving her a few tips that may help her later on in life. As the evening meal is being served, I invite one of the local curlews to join us. But he'd rather eat in the kitchen alone. Well, Mr. Curlew, you're missing out on some great tucker and good conversation. As I said before, every night on Sweers is a party night. Now, one of the great things that Sweers Island has got is these stainless steel cleaning tables. You've got running water, you've got a sink if you want to wash anything, got all the cleaning gear supplied, knives, and on top of that, after you've finished filleting your fish, you put them in these little trays. Come over here, whoop, pull off a bit of ribbon, tie it around this, a snap freezer, and you just put it in there. Have a look. Fish everywhere. I've done a fair bit of fishing throughout Australia. I've never ever come up with anywhere with the same facilities that these have got. Even over here, you've got fishing lines. If you don't bring a fishing line, you've got sinkers. You've got everything a fisherman can need. Can't get much better than this. Just over here is where they moor the boats at Sweers Island. And would you believe it or not, the water is alive with fish. Now Trevor's just gone down there. He's only using a frame of an old fish, shaking it around, and just have a look what he's brought up.
That is awesome!
Competition up here for food is so great that this old groper here, he's in there having a great feed. He's got a couple of little mates, whale sharks. But guess who's the boss? They're not going to go too close, because if they do, the old groper will whack them. This groper is only a baby in the groper family. Today, groper are protected in Queensland, and rightly so. In years gone by, anglers and spear fishermen would kill these magnificent fish and just let them rot in the sun. What a waste. Aboriginals like my mate Claude taught me long ago only to kill what you could eat.
here at Sweers Island today. The day's absolutely gorgeous. Sun's shining. We've all got our hats on. We're going down the beach here to fish at Sweers. I've met young Justin and Jessica, and they said they're keen to catch a bream or two. What does that sound like?
Awesome.
Awesome. Oh, let's go. Let's go get some. Come on, we'll go to the boat, get the rods.
Young Justin has never used a Jarvis Walker Penn International baitcaster before. It's not long and he gets the hang of it and is rewarded. He plays the bream right till it's just about buggered. He didn't want to lose this one, and what a nice bream it is. Jessica uses a Jarvis Walker spinning reel, a nice bit of light gear that she can handle. And like Justin, she too is rewarded with a nice bream. Go kids!
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, aren't they? Hey, you're a beauty. See if you can get them like that in a restaurant.
Now the black tip oyster in northern Queensland is a little bit stronger than the Sydney rock oyster or the Pacific oyster, but they're lovely and tasty. There's one thing you've got to remember, you can only eat them on the rocks. You can't take them home. But I tell you what, they're still very tasty. I think I'm in heaven. As we head out in the Formosa boats next morning to do a bit of fishing, the wind is picking up. The boys being boys want to take the elements on, but me being a bit of an old fox, I convince them that the fishing will be just as good, if not better, around the other side of the island, out of the wind. That's the beauty of fishing Sweers Island. Whichever way the wind is blowing, you can fish on the sheltered side, in comfort. And I've never caught a lot of fish being bashed by the elements. It's only a short trip and we hit calm water. Here we can open the boats up and in no time at all, we're fishing. The ocean is the biggest and best fridge in the world. Only take out what you can eat and it will never be empty.
I've been trolling with some lures here, but they're not quite working. I'm going to go to a bit of a slower lure. So what we want to do is we want to try one of these bib lures. Very important with these bib lures, especially the metal bib, that we adjust them right so they swim in a straight line. You find quite often with the metal bib they get bent in transit and sometimes they'll swim off to the side. A little bit of a tweak here and there, the opposite way to whichever way the lure wants to pull in the water, and the lure will go in a straight line and we should be onto a fish.
Hey, Trevor's on. Hurry up and get that in the water for me.
Oh, it's in, Tomo, it's in.
Right, get the boat going.
Yep. Oh, yes.
Good one, too.
Yeah, it's a nice fish, this one.
Yeah.
I think the net might be do it, Tomo.
Let's do him, mate.
Yeah, net'll do him. Oh, yeah, he's a nice. He's only a little cod. I've hooked him inside the mouth. Geez, he gave a good account of himself. Hey.
Right, I'll get the net in there for him.
Oh, well done, Tomo.
He's a lucky city.
Hey. He looks like he's a gold spot or an estuary cod as they call them in the estuary.
Little gold spots on him.
Yeah, we're just coming over to Patch Creek now, Tomo.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got one.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's only little, I think, but I think I've got him. Yep. Oh, he's going. Better keep him out of the rocks. Got him. Oh. Well, he wants to go now. He's up near the top. Playing possum on me, he was. Look at him go. Get the net. Oh, I don't think you'll worry about the net. I think he's pretty well hooked. I'll lift him in. Oh, come on, the popper. He's about the same size as that other one. Oh, don't go away. Look at him. And oh, geez, I got him well hooked. He's got 2 hooks in the mouth. Have a look at these brilliant little animals. Look at the gold spots on them. Don't touch these. They've got little spikes here and they can rip you there. No problem at all. Hey, mate. Well, we might let this fella go. We've already got one like him. Now, this little fella is only a baby on Sweers, so we're going to let him go and let him grow a bit bigger. And I'm not going to kiss him, though. What do you reckon? In he goes, Dave?
Yeah, whack him in, Tomo.
Look at him go. He's off, too. And you know what I think? He's gone straight over and grabbed Stewie's bait. On Sweers, there's heaps of these little cod. It's not long and another species comes to the boat. He looks like he's just about had it, but he's only playing possum.
It's a nice finger mark rib. Beautiful.
How did they get the finger mark on this fish? Well, the story goes that when God caught one of these, he liked the fish so much that he left his mark on it. We seem to have hit a patch of them.
Oh, yep. Another one. Oh, I don't know if this isn't real big. Oh, another little finger mark. We've got finger marks going all over the place at the moment. The reason they get their finger mark is because of their finger mark. The little finger mark on the back end of them. Beautiful little fish. They've got nice sharp gill rakers you've got to be careful of. You don't cut yourself on. It's another nice little fish.
The Formosa boats are equipped with GPS plotters and sounders. The plotter helped us get to Sweers Island and to bring us back to the same place to fish, and it can take you right back to where the fish are biting. The sounder lets us see how deep we're fishing and what the bottom looks like.
Yeah, that's one. This is great. Fishing. Whoa!
Why are we catching these smaller fish on gang hooks? Well, it's not intentional. We can see the big fish on the bottom with the sounder. But these little fellas keep taking the bait before the big ones get a chance at it.
Nice little red throat emperor. The reason they get their red throat emperor name, watch my don't get my teeth, he doesn't chop my fingers off, it's because that nice big red throat they've got down there. He's a nice little keeper, very healthy fish.
That's a nice striker. They don't get too much bigger than that one.
Yep. Oh, this might be a little bit better fish. A little bit bigger fish. Oh, nice little parrot. Not that little.
I was going to say, Stuart, look at it. He's a monster. Oh,
Look at the colours in it. Look at the blue in it. We better get him in. I think that's a big parrot. Look at these teeth. Big dentures. He obviously ripped shells open with that and all sorts of different crustaceans, I'd say. To be having that big. Another nice fish.
Another gold spot cod. Just have a look at the mouth of this fish. It's no wonder they can take the whole pilly.
Action.
No, it's not All Saints. It's just one of the young lasses having a bit of fun. While I was having a sleep in, the boys headed off to do a bit of trolling, and Trev's got himself into a bit of trouble. Now, no matter where you are, accidents will happen. Today, one of the boys was our last trip out fishing, up there, hooked this big cod. As he was trying to get the hook out, a treble hooked into his finger, and it's really set in deep. But we're very lucky because the flying doctor service was here overnight, and the doctor and the nurses are here to treat him. If they hadn't have been here, we would have been in heaps of trouble.
This is all part and parcel of fishing, and things happen sometimes. We're just very, very lucky the flying doctors were here, otherwise I probably would have got to get a plane in and fly me back to Burketown or whatever. So, yeah, very lucky incident actually.
Now, 2 weeks ago, Trevor had seen some ads on the telly about the flying doctors, donate to the flying doctors. As I said, 2 weeks ago, he would never thought he would have needed them. And yet here, up in northern Australia, they're here. So don't be frightened to put your hand in the pocket, put out a couple of bob for the flying doctors. You may need them. The island's got a bit of history, Tex.
Yeah, this gentleman here was a gunner on Her Majesty's colonial sloop Victoria, which was the first ship built for the Navy of Victoria in the 1850s. She came up here in 1861 to look for Birken Wills, and Gunner Frost and a gentleman called Dietrich Henny went out shooting bustards. When they came back, he pulled his gun out from under the bed by the barrel to clean it, and he shot himself, and he died 4 days later of gangrene, which would have spoiled his weekend, I bet.
Oh, yeah, poor bugger, eh?
Yeah, a long way from home.
And the other one over there, what's that one, Tex?
That was Donald McLennan. Donald McLennan was the publican of the Alhambra Hotel, which was here when the town was established here in the 1860s. And Donald McLennan died from a liver complaint, which seems to affect a fair few publicans.
I got out of the pub game.
They probably couldn't spell cirrhosis.
Well, that's good, isn't it, eh? And this was when they moved the community from Burketown.
They moved the population of Burketown over here when malaria struck Burketown in 1865. They moved the people over here in 1866, and because they brought them over here in June when the cool weather was coming, the malaria disappeared, so they decided this was a very healthy place. The truth was that the cold weather had come along and there were no more mosquitoes.
They killed the old mozzie.
Killed the mozzies off, yeah.
That's very interesting, Tex. Tex, you've got a great place here, mate.
Yeah, mate, if anyone wants to come here with their family for comfortable isolation for a fishing trip, well, here's the place to come to. It's safe, it's good fishing, good food, comfort.
And the kids love it too, don't they?
Kids love it. Kids can't get into trouble.
No, that's the good part about it. Have a look at this bustard bird. He's courting his girlfriend. If you look carefully on the ground, you'll see his little girlfriend there. Isn't that fantastic? I'm not going to disturb him. I can put all these bushes back and sneak out of here. The bar area has quite a few interesting things hanging around, like this turtle shell, shark jaws, and this rod that some luckless angler lost. Tex, we've just been down the beach. Sheena's stepped on this thing. Is it any good?
Mate, it is magnificent.
It looks like
It's a rollick. It's a huge one.
Yeah, how would you like to put your hands around pulling that?
Took a big lad to drive that, to pull that all, mate.
Yeah, I tell you.
There's an inscription on it too. I can't read it. Yeah.
There's my eyes and
Solid copper.
Yep. And when would you reckon that'd be dropped here?
That'd probably be from the town that was here in the 1860s.
Well, she's been laying in the salt water since then.
Well, it has to stay here.
Isn't it beautiful cast?
Oh, we'll mount that up.
Yeah.
put it, we'll mount it, and we'll put your name on it.
Oh, it's all right. Anything that's...
Sheena, you're going to come famous, darling. Isn't it fantastic when you find something and give it to someone who appreciates it as much as you do and will display it for everyone to have a look at? Trevor's just going to knock the fillets off this red throat while I get my ovens ready. I'm going to use the puff oven today. You ready, Trev?
Yep.
Hook into it, mate.
Most people don't have a real good filleting knife. They go out on the boat and they just have a ordinary bait knife and that's exactly what we're going to use today. First start with the fish and face the fish back so that you've got the back of the head towards you. Lift the little fin up and put your slice down through the back down to the back of the head. Turn your knife like that and slide it out through to the back of the fish. Right through so it comes out down there. Lift your little fillet up like that and run your knife through again. Poke it out down here and take it off. Roll your fillet right up. There's a little line of lateral bones that run down through the middle of the fish there above the rib cage. All we're going to do is just slice through those and then cut down over the top of the rib cage so the rib cage is actually left on the fish. So go up over the top of the rib cage, cut down through the lateral line and you can see the rib cage there. Poke the knife through the outside of the fish, through the skin, and that's it there. A nice clean fillet. Rib cage is still there and we can turn it over. Move the fish to one side, start about here, leave a little bit of meat there for you to hang on to and just slowly work that through. Then we get a nice clean skin, all the fish is off and no wastage. Down through here we've got a line of lateral bones running through. All we do is just put the knife through and roll the knife over and just cut down through there as the bones face back this way. Then drop your knife down over the top side of the bones and cut back again and you'll end up with a very, very thin layer of the fish there with not a great deal of waste. That's all your wastage there with your lateral line of bones. And here we have what they call a butterfied fillet. Okay, so there's no bones in that fillet at all. Your kids aren't going to have a problem with choking on them and nor are you. Okay, they're ready for you, Tomo.
Righto, mate.
I'll leave you to it, mate.
No, you stay there. I might need a bit of help.
Will you?
Yep. All I'm going to do now is cut these up into bite-sized pieces against the grain. Another bit like that. Maybe we should have done a couple of fish for all these fellas. I'll do some more after. Just get this one going. Righto. Quick and lively. It's a very simple dish, this one. Pick that up, put it on a plate. Now we have to dice the board for a minute. Now I've got this great big sheet of alcohol. Nice thick stuff. Righto, Trev, I want you there to rip that. I know the wind's blowing a bit, but this is how it happens in the bush. Hold that there like that. Pass me alcohol back up, mate. I need some more. Now I'm doing the shiny part up, see? Same thing again. Shiny part up. Now we want 3 pieces. Shiny part up. Whoops, getting away on me again. Right. Nah, we're going to have the shiny part up, Trev. Good on you, mate. We're going to need your assistance in this wind, don't we? And then the next step, this is my little puff oven. You grease it around there like that. Do I grease your finger?
Yeah, we'll probably cook that as well, I think, Tomo.
Righto, that's okay. Righto. Now, on goes this one. Put that on there like that. Oh, what will we have on there? We'll have a little bit of cream. Oh yeah, a bit of cream, not too much. Nice squirt of lemon. Oh, a lovely squirt of lemon. And, seen the boys like that chilli sauce last time. A bit of chilli sauce.
Yeah, she's a bit warm for that 1770 with that chilli sauce, Tomo.
It was hot, wasn't it?
You got him back? That's the way.
Righto, now, this one too. Just hold it there like that. What I've got to do, and the wind's going to be a bit difficult here, I'm just going to hold it down there like that. I've only got to spray it around where the fish is going to touch it. Right, shiny part down, and that's it.
You're finished with this now?
No, I've got a couple of more sheets. I might only put one more sheet on it today because of the wind blowing. I generally put 3 on each side. Now we can dice that over there, out the road. Tiny part down.
This all looks fairly simple, Tomo.
This is simple. It's a lot simpler when it's not blown, Trev, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Simple, you just turn that over, seal it. 3 times you've got to turn it. Make sure they seal. One more time. Hey, how about that? Seal it like that. That's it. That's it. Yeah, spin it around. And we do exactly the same on this side. 3 times. You know what I'm doing, do you?
Oh, I've got a fair idea. I've got a fair idea.
Fair idea. You'll know a lot more in a few minutes. Righto. Now down to the ends. Seal it up there like that. And the other end. And we've got our little puff oven ready to go. One more time, eh? Now that... Oh, that's hot, Trev. Feel that. How hot is it?
Oh, yeah.
Eh? You couldn't hold your hair there any longer than that,
No,
could you?
that's for
Righto.
sure.
Let's put this little fella on there. And just watch it.
As simple as that.
Abracadabra.
How long is this going to take, Tomo?
Only a couple of minutes.
Yeah?
It's starting to puff up now, Trev. Good thing about this, mate, is what you get is a lovely grilled flavour. You'd think you'd get a steam, wouldn't you?
Well, you
But
would.
it doesn't. It actually grills while it's in there.
Look at that now. It's really starting to puff up now, Tomo.
Oh, yeah, mate. You've got a little bit more to go yet. Now, we might turn that over in a minute. But you know what? I can cook just about anything in here. I can cook bread and butter puddings. I can cook legs of lamb. I can cook chicken. I can cook prawns. Tomo's puff oven. Abracadabra. Look at it coming up. Come up. 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 What do you think of that? Marvellous, isn't it? You think
Yeah,
I
I
was a
reckon.
magician?
It's almost like blowing up a lilo.
Look at it. You're starting to puff now.
Certainly blowing up now.
That's why I call it a puff oven.
Do you have to stand back from it?
You reckon it's going to blow up?
It could do.
Righto, off she comes. Now this is the only time you've got to be a little bit careful because there might be a bit of steam coming out of it. That's not dangerous. Just like that. And just open the end of it very carefully. See if any steam comes out. Oh, there's a little bit of steam, not much. And no washing up either. The good thing about the puff oven is no washing up. Look at that. Oh, look.
Looks
We
pretty
won't
good
get
to
it.
me, Tomo.
You want to try a bit?
Oh, burn my fingers.
No.
Won't burn your fingers with
No,
this?
no,
I'll
no.
just get a little bit here.
If you want to taste, you fellas, you better come and get some.
No worries, Tomo.
I'm first. Now, we've had a great time on Sweers Island, but all good things have got to come to an end. Until we see you on the next show, happy fishing.